But you're telling me if you want me to do anything? I feel like I'm kind of playing my part here.
I gave Sam the radio.
Yeah.
I don't even know who else has it.
There's nobody back there that has a radio, so he's radioing to no one. It's stupid.
Okay, so
There's
Kelly doesn't have one.
Kelly doesn't let him. No, nobody has a radio.
All right.
Which doesn't really seem to make sense.
I agree.
I do. You got it, man.
Awesome. You already got who's coming up and everything.
Yeah, for Wisconsin they do, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Yeah, are you the only one that has a radio?
let me go. Who's up?
coming down.
Who?
If you go Bonner's right there, he's walking away.
I'll go.
All right, is this microphone on? Okay. While we wait for Wisconsin, it should just be another minute or so. Wisconsin will go first, followed by Notre Dame. Those that are trying to pick up satellite coordinates, there's actually two different ways you can get these press conferences. First is through an FTP site. You can go to ncaaMBB.hammondcg. That's HAMMONDCG.com. You'll get a prompt. The username is all lowercase NCAAM 2016. Password is 2016 capital M, then all lowercase NCAA Media. You can also go to an FTP site, ftp3.ftp2yoursite, site.com. Username, lowercase NCAAM 2016. The password is 2016 capital M NCAA Media, and the port is 21. Satellite coordinates for these press conferences: SES3, transponder 4A, and the downlink frequency is 11766.5 vertical. So those are the satellite coordinates and the FTP site for tonight's press conferences. We'll have Wisconsin in just a minute or so. We are waiting on Wisconsin right now. The Notre Dame locker room has opened a few minutes ago, so the Notre Dame locker room is open. Megan.
It's been like 20 minutes since the game ended. We're on the way down right now. It's supposed to be 10 minutes. There's 10-minute cooling off. We're on the way right with the 10-minute cooling off period. Other games will start in 10 minutes. They're right on clock with the 10-minute cooling off period. It's been 25 minutes since the game ended. Avoid the Patriots.
Mike.
6 for 18 with 2 teams. Yeah. My math is correct. That's 33%. Over 2. 6 assists. 3 steals. We won the game. Yeah. It's going to be a late night. I was going to write it down. When's the last call? Guys know when last call was? I think it was, the bar at the, Hilton, Greece Center. Call them up, they got a bar in there? Somebody does. Where you trying to?
Okay, we have University of Wisconsin head coach Greg Gard, players Ethan Happ, Nigel Hayes. Start with an opening statement from coach. We'll do questions to student athletes, then questions to coach. So, Coach Gard.
Thank you. First of all, I'm obviously disappointed with how it finished up from a standpoint of having 17 turnovers, a program that prides themselves in taking care of the ball, to have it play out as it did. And obviously you got to give credit to Mike's team in Notre Dame of putting us in that position, and they also made plays down the stretch. But at the same time, we weren't able to capitalize on possessions. I think turning over 3 of the last 4, and both halves I thought we were too loose with the ball at key times. But also at the same time, as I finished up with the team here just a moment ago in the locker room, extremely proud of what they've done this year, what they've accomplished from where they were, December 15th, January 15th. You probably would not have predicted us be in this tournament, let alone have a chance to be in this position. But obviously this is going to sting for a long time, because I don't know if there's a program in the country that prides itself more on taking care of the ball and valuing every possession more than Wisconsin. I don't know if there's anybody that works on it more than we do, and to have this kind of ending, hopefully it'll sting for a while, but hopefully it'll be great motivation as we continue to grow and move through the off season.
We have 2 microphones. Questions for Ethan or Nigel? Right here in the back, Michael.
For Nigel, Michael Luongo, AP Broadcast. Just your emotion, you're up, and all of a sudden, 19 seconds to go, it kind of swings. Just talk about that emotional swing from being up 3 to all of a sudden having the season come to an end.
That's kind of the nature of this whole tournament. You've seen it a lot. They've made a big deal about it, showing the roller coaster of emotions that you can have. We go from Vito hitting a 3 to thinking we have a chance to have the game, and you blink your eyes, and next thing you know, Jackson shooting 2 free throws, and now we're down 5, and now we're going home. But that's what you expect when you. That's the price you pay when you play competitive sports. My high school coach always told me that the farther you go, the more important the game, the bigger risk you run. And if you don't come out a winner, it gets harder and harder and tougher to deal with. But I'm proud of my guys. Like Coach Gard said, we're in a position this year where everyone told us we wouldn't even make the tournament, let alone be in the Sweet 16. So not to say that I'm satisfied. I really do believe we should have won this game. We were the better team. We didn't play well enough, had too many turnovers, but no, I'm proud of the team.
Down here in the 3rd row, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, this question is for Nigel Hayes and Ethan Happ and everything. I guess once the sting of this kind of gets away from you, can you kind of look to next year in the sense that you got a good foundation, given all that you guys went through this past year?
Start with Nigel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for us to. Again, we didn't have many seniors. We had one, Jordan Smith, and we have a lot of guys who were older but didn't necessarily have the experience. Now that they have that, and fortunately, we had a lot of younger guys, and Coach Gard got them out there, got them some playing time, got them some experience. So that would be something that we could definitely use for next year, the situation that they've been in, the amount of minutes that they've played, the amount of film that we've watched. So everyone should have a better grasp on things, not only mentally, be physically stronger, be better, smarter basketball players.
And Ethan?
We're in good hands with Coach Gard coming back next year, but other than that, you don't look too much ahead.
All right, stay in the 3rd row here at the end of the row.
This question's for Nigel. You did hit a couple of shots there in the second half that were pretty big, but were you still not quite where you wanted to be offensively tonight, especially in the first half?
No, I didn't think I did a good enough job finishing around the rim. I passed up some shots. I found some teammates that were open. We definitely love to go in, but I didn't do a good enough job of when I got to the rim, making sure I finished.
Any more questions for Ethan or Nigel? Okay, fellas, you're excused. We'll take questions for Coach Gard. Do we have any questions for Coach Gard? Okay, right here, yep. Howard.
Howard Eskin, Fox 29 in Philadelphia and WIP. Coach, on the play at the baseline, was there a play that you were trying to run that really wouldn't invite the trap to try to get away from the baseline?
Well, no, we wanted to get the ball to Nigel, which is what we did. We ran the baseline. He came back to it. Once that happens, then you got to make good decisions coming out of that situation if you do get trapped. But I like, with him being older, bigger, stronger, he can go through traps. He can go over the top of traps. But I wanted the ball in his hands. I have to look at the tape to see exactly what happened. I know he tried to split it, and ball got knocked away, and obviously ended up with a layup for them. But I thought once we got my main concern was getting the ball in bounds, and once we did that, then we have to make good decisions and spread the floor and take care of the ball. And credit Notre Dame for putting a good trap. We won a game against Michigan State early in the year when we set a trap and got a turnover, and you hope you're never on the other side of the coin, and that you can make sure you take care of the ball in those key situations. Tonight we didn't. We turned it over, like I said, there, and then Bronson has his turnovers. We're coming down the floor when we're down 3. So situations that you never want to be in, but understand that it's going to happen. You've got to do a better job of trying to split that trap or get rid of it before the trap comes. But in terms of what we had talked about in the timeout, they did what we wanted to do and got it where we needed to get it. It was just a matter of getting to what was next.
Stay in the aisle. Go ahead, Michael, behind him.
Coach, just how much time do you think you'll allow yourself to reflect on just the kind of year you've been through with all the emotional swings that you've gone through as a team, personally, and everything else, to reflect on just how special this year was for you with everything that you've been going through?
Yeah, it'll take a while because this is going to sting for a while. But I'm sure as time goes on, you'll learn to reflect. It's been, obviously, as you all know, it's been a very surreal, excruciating year in some regards, exhilarating in others. But I'll definitely look back at this group, obviously being my first team to coach, and even looking back before mid-December of how they've helped me go through the whole situation I went through with my dad, and they bonded around me and helped me get through that, and they're still helping me cope with it. And it's also my job now as the steward of this program to help them navigate through this, learn from this, and help our one senior move on, Jordan Smith, and then help our other guys take this and turn the page eventually. We won't turn the page yet, because this will take a little while for us to digest, but be able to move on to what's next and prepare for the future.
Back here in row 3.
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun again. Can you basically say that I have a better team now? Having gone through all this, I know getting through 17 turnovers, getting through the loss of this is difficult. But can you say you have a better team now than you had back on December 15th?
Well, absolutely, because we wouldn't have been here if you would have took a poll December 15th. We weren't far enough along the process. We weren't mature enough. We had a lot of shoes to fill from last year, a lot of growing to do, and they've done that. I thought the 17 turnovers are, we deal with that, but I thought we never quite got to where we needed to get taking care of the ball all year. And this part of it's our youth, part of it's things we still got to mature through and grow. Part of it's decision making that we need to become even smarter basketball players. But 17, it's too high for tonight. But I thought our average over the year was too high. We need to. That's an area in the off season we really need to hone in on, and hopefully with experience, albeit sometimes or rough experiences like tonight in a season-ending situation like this, that we learn from that and use it to fuel what's down the road.
We'll take one more question if there is one for Coach Card. If not, all right, Coach, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have Notre Dame in just a second. While Notre Dame comes up, Notre Dame locker room scheduled to be open until at least 10:14. Wisconsin will be open until 10:26. Okay, so we'll start with an opening statement from Coach Bray. Then we'll have questions for the student athletes. Then we'll excuse them and have questions for Coach. So, Coach Bray?
On Monday, I told our group, I saw us showing up as the 16th rated team of the 16 teams left. But I thought we were the toughest team, the number one team in toughness, and I think it's played itself out again in a third game. We have a great belief. We have a heck of a group, and maybe there's some destiny involved in this thing.
Questions for the athletes? Yep, go ahead, Michael, in the back.
For Demetrius, just talk about you down 3, and all of a sudden the swing, the big plays, and the baskets, and here you are now in the East Regional Final. Can you just talk about that kind of swing and how great it feels for you guys?
Yeah, it feels great. It feels amazing to be going back. We just did a great job sticking with it. we did a great job giving ourselves a chance to win. We had a lot of mistakes in the game, but we kept fighting. We took our punches, and we just kind of got back up. We kept fighting. We kept believing, kept communicating, and then we just kind of made it happen.
Let's go back at the end of row 5 here with Mark.
Demetrius, you had obviously a rough start. Could you talk about how frustrating it was and just bouncing back and, having the kind of ending that you had?
Yeah, I didn't shoot the ball too well to start the game, but like I said, just trying to finish strong, doing whatever I can to help our team win the game. Just kept believing. My teammates did a great job encouraging me to keep attacking, and then we just did a great job of just kept going for it. And like we've been in that position so many times this year, and so I think we're really experienced in late game situations.
We're going to stay in that same row at the other end.
Anthony Sula-Heffinger, Yahoo Sports. Demetrius, can you just talk about what it means to keep the season alive with the type of, performance you had in the final minute of the game?
Yeah, just really special, and I guess that kind of sums up madness. Just flying around, doing whatever it takes to win the game. And I'm, so thankful to be able to go back, continue to put the jersey on, continue to play and represent our university, and just have fun playing with my brothers and being coached by our coaches and just enjoying the ride.
Down here at the end of row 2, Josh.
Josh Verellen, Sports Exchange. VJ, you guys were struggling offensively the first 30 minutes there, and you hit some big shots to kind of get your guys going. What was your mindset in the second half, and how as a team do you feel like you were able to kind of fight through that?
I think in the second half, we were moving the ball better, getting it side to side, getting it inside and out, and we just had better movement, and our shots were just a little more open, and all of us were able to knock them down. Just the way that we attack, really opened up the outside shot for all of us.
Standing in the aisle, go ahead, Mike.
Each of you had a different vantage point for that trap play and the steal at the end. Can each of you talk about what you saw and what each of you had to do?
Start with Zach.
Yeah, I believe I was on the bench watching at that moment. But no, man, it was a great experience. Coach called for the press. Demetrius and Bonzi trapped him and got a big time steal, and then Demetrius finished with the play. And I was just excited. The whole bench was going crazy.
VJ?
I was just like in the middle of the floor, and I saw we had him trapped, and coaches said to see if they could get it out the trap first before we fouled. And we just let him, dribble it, and then he ended up losing the ball. Demetrius grabbed it and laid it in. So.
And Demetrius?
Yeah, we coach did a great job recognizing and letting us know that we had a foul to give. So we had a really aggressive trap, and then Bonzi made a great defensive play, getting his hands on it, and it kind of fell into my arms, and so I just wanted to put it in and finish it.
Okay, here at the end of row 4, Shannon.
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune. Demetrius, I think I've already read that you said that you actually told Bonzi to get back on that. So can you explain kind of what unfolded there? And does that play into what your coach said, just this team of destiny idea?
Yeah, I'm just really glad that Bonzi didn't listen to me on that play. I was telling him, to go back to half court and kind of anchor us so they didn't get anything long. But like I said, just really thankful he didn't listen to me on that one. And he was able to get a great defensive play. He tipped the ball. And so it was, that play is really credit to him and whoever else trapped him. And then, I just had an easy layup, so it was just up to me to put it in.
Okay, let's go to the other side of the aisle to John.
Demetrius, on the last steal, were you trying to foul? Was that what you're trying to do there?
I was just trying to play aggressive defense and help our team win the game. And in that same possession, we realized we had a foul to give. And so, just playing aggressive and just kind of going for it. And the ball kind of fell into my hands. And so I knew, after I stole it, they had to foul us. So got fouled and then wanted to go to the line and knock the free throws in.
We'll take one more question for the players if there is one. Shannon, you want one? Okay.
Just maybe like Zach and Demetrius, or if you could answer what I asked before just about the team of destiny idea and just all the way that unfolded. Does it kind of play into what your coach is talking about?
Start with Demetrius.
Yeah, I think the whole year and how many game situations we've had throughout the whole year have kind of prepared us for moments like these. All throughout the year we've been down fighting. All throughout the year we've been in late game situations where we really had to execute and believe and then go out and win it defensively. And so we were able to just do that again today. And so, that's all credit to Coach making us work on those things in practice and in games and helping us believe and help keeping us loose.
And then Zach?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely got to give a lot of credit to Coach. Early on he emphasized, we could be a special team and, we can be better than last year. And it was just a matter of us, trying to figure that out and trying to believe it. And, that's what we've done. And we've been competing and working hard and trying to get to where we want to be.
Okay, we will excuse the players at this time, and we'll take questions for Coach Bray. We'll start with Shannon.
Mike, injury report, what's wrong with you?
Trainer said I should be able to go Sunday. About the 15-minute mark, I was excited and jumped up, and I pulled a calf muscle. Thank God it wasn't Achilles. So, little calf strain, no surgery needed, but I'm a little sore. I told the guys I'm the first one taped on Sunday.
Standing in
second half. Yeah, I was dragging it in the second half, but all good.
We'll stay standing in the aisle, Michael.
Coach, just talking about the fact your team is now going one game away from the chance to go to a Final Four, East Regional, Regional Final. And maybe your first as a coach, I'm not sure, as a head coach, but just talk about that challenge, that opportunity, regardless of who you're playing, and how exciting is it?
Well, I'm really proud that this group got back to this point. We were there last year and played one of the great games in the history of the NCAA tournament against Kentucky, and we're back in it again. We have another opportunity to go to a Final Four. I'm very proud of this group because last year's team had no pressure. We were coming off a 15-17 year. This team had expectations from day one, and to get us back and deliver with expectations, I'm really proud of them, and I'm extremely proud of the leadership of those guys that just left us.
Staying in the aisle, go ahead, Mike Jensen.
Mike, the three guys talked about that trap play, but can you tell us what you saw and what went into that play?
It's a game situation. We're not a team that presses a lot, but when we're behind in a game situation, we get a big on the ball, and we want to trap the first pass. And what I told them was, I said, we don't need to foul. We have a foul to give anyways. Let's get an aggressive trap. If they get it out of the trap, then we got to foul, and then be in position to foul again to get them to the line. And I thought we did a great job of being aggressive and having some crafty hands right there.
Any more questions for Coach Bray? Shannon.
Just if you could talk about the offensive woes in the first half and
Sure.
just how you turned around. You had 10 points in the last 46 seconds, 19 points in the whole first half.
We were laughing at halftime. I said, God, we can't play any worse. Guys were kind of laughing. I said, we'll play better. And I said, we've always been great in second halves. And, down the stretch from 12 minutes, I said, fellas, they're going to feel us coming. We're coming. That's what we've done all year, not only in this tournament. We're going to get this to game situation. So keep plugging. I thought Steve and Demetrius did a great job of staying poised. They weren't making shots. They weren't in the greatest of rhythm, but they still defended and did tough stuff. Then all of a sudden, they both had a big impact.
Okay, any more questions for Coach?
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Right leg, baby.
The Notre Dame locker room is technically closed. They may stay open. Wisconsin 26. It is now 10:15 by my clock. So another 10, 11 minutes in Wisconsin.